Auntie is loving,
So close as a family.
straightforward, caring,
Her reputation precedes her.
compassionate, she loves her children dearly,
Someone to count on.
honest, firm but loving. That's Auntie.
And they all call me Auntie, and they come and just love on me, and nothing's better than that.
Royanne Poda has been watching Teacher's Children for 23 years at her home and has watched 38 kids in total. Royanne is more commonly known as Auntie. Auntie has impacted every child and parent's life in a very special way. And it all started with a conversation.
I was teaching third grade in the intermediate, and Miss Kathleen Poda was the custodian of our building, and she had come to me one afternoon, and we visited every afternoon, and she was saying that she didn't know what they were going to do, that Auntie, her sister Royanne Poda, had been taking care of her mom for years, several years, and her mother had passed away, and Auntie was looking for work. Well, I just so happened to be expecting a baby, Caroline, who's in college, working on her master's now, and I was frantically looking for someone to keep her, and I didn't want Caroline to go into daycare. And so she said, well, I should ask my sister about that. And I said, oh, that'd be great. And that's kind of how it all came about.
My sister Kathy worked at Lakeside, and she knew a couple who was expecting a baby, and they didn't like the daycares around here. So we met, and I prayed about it, and I prayed about it, and we met, and everything just clicked, and I started a daycare. I get to do it in my home. I don't have to go out to a job. The job comes to me, and I'm happy to be at home. I love kids, and it's just the perfect job for me.
When we first met, she and Kathleen came to my house, and Auntie had never kept any. She did not have children of her own, and she'd only been keeping her mom, and so she had lots of questions about it, and she wasn't sure that it would go over, but she said she was willing to give it a try. And so Caroline was her very first baby to keep. She was 7 weeks old when she started there.
The opportunity came up, and I knew I didn't want to leave my house to go look for a job. It all just came together.
Caroline was just the beginning.
And I was looking for someone to take care of our oldest when she's 21 now, and I needed to go back to work, and I was looking for someone very special to take care of her. I went over there, I was pregnant with Michaela, and Mr. Landry and I went over there to just talk to her and visit her, maybe not interview her, but just have some questions for her, and I knew after leaving at that point that she was the right person for our kids.
First year, I knew that this was a job that I would love, and I would love for it to continue. And as I took care of the kids and their parents were happy, people asked them who their daycare was, and people were always looking for somebody to take care of their child.
She worked, well, one thing I could forever be grateful for with Auntie, like I said, there was not a pre-K here at the time, and I did not want Michaela going anywhere else but Auntie's at the time, because she was my first one. I was just worried. So when the others were napping every day, she would take Michaela and work with her on her letters and her sounds and her numbers, and just to get her ready for kindergarten. I'm forever grateful for that.
Auntie was teaching the kids more than just education.
The one big thing that she has taught my kids that I'll take with me for forever, and they will too, is she says a certain prayer before lunch every day, and we say it at dinner time, and we'll even say it at some family functions. Hey, if the boys want to pray, that's the prayer we pray. So that's something she has taught them they will take for forever.
She prayed with them, she prayed for them, she taught them how to get along with other children. She taught them, she even potty trained all 3 of our kids.
Learn to love God, be kind to each other, accept each other for who they are, play nicely, Show her how you can balance the balloons
just
on
to
your
be
arm.
good,
Oh, you're gonna give me one?
all-around
Thank you. I
human
like
beings.
these. These are my favorite.
by example, by treating them as little people, not just children.
And I like that Auntie raised her to be just her own person, not to have any inhibitions just because we live in the South, and just to be her own little character.
She's more than just our babysitter. She's our family. I mean, she's adopted us and we've adopted her basically. So
It's like being around a second mom. She cared for my kids like they were her own. She disciplined them when they needed to be disciplined, and she was very honest with me when I picked them up every day. And being a working mom, she made everything so much easier because I knew my kids were in good hands.
And it was just over a conversation with her sister Kathleen. You know, it's very hard when you leave your children with other people because you have to trust them 100%. So she just was like, she's just like, you know, Caroline's second mom almost, and one of my good friends, and we went to Christmas parties at her house, and she just is, you know, dear, dear, dear to my heart. And she went to Caroline's graduation from high school, and she's just like a member of my family. I love her dearly, and I know Caroline loves her too. So.
As Auntie's time of running a daycare is coming to a close, she reflects on what she loved or will miss.
The companionship of kids, you know, the laughter, the unexpected spills, the toys laying around, the laughter. That's what I'll miss. I'll miss all the hugs.
it's not every day you just find somebody you want to bring into your family, you know. And I mean, she's watching our kids. I mean, our most valuable thing. You know, here's our children. You know, at the end of the day, that's what matters most. Period. You know, to me, it's my kids, and I entrust you with them.
So it was stressful, but I wouldn't have changed it.